Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I have for you is episode 12 of my Football Manager 23 save with Bradford City. If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could channel it 20 likes on today's episode, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 600 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. Don't forget as well to drop a comment in down the comment section down below to help boost the video in the YouTube algorithm. Now, since you were last with us, we have managed to get rid of our transfer embargo. As expected, a couple of players have left the club on permanent deals. We've brought in a couple loan players. We've also splashed the cash as well on a permanent transfer. Youngster over from Ireland. I think we actually signed him before, I want to say last year in Derby, when we did the Football Manager save with Derby County. But if you don't already know about this guy, you certainly will do. He's had a good start to life at Bradford City. We're still in a playoff battle as well, so make sure you drop a like on today's video, subscribe if you are new as well, and let's get into it. Before we actually get into the transfers, I just want to apologise about today's episode. It's going to have the taskbar at the bottom. I don't really know why I've loaded up Football Manager today, and for some reason it's not hidden the taskbar like what it normally does, so apologies about that. Some slight bits at the bottom of the screen will be covered in today's episode, but let's get into these transfers and see what we've done. In terms of departures then, the first one is Bobby Poynton. He's joined Bromley on loan for the remainder of the campaign. No fee for him. He was with Scunthorpe for the first half of the season. Only managed the 5 matches though. Only managed the 3 starts. So he's been recalled and been sent out to Bromley. Same level, Bromley and Scunthorpe. Let's just have a quick look at where they are in the table. Bromley currently 6th in the table, whereas Scunthorpe are 13th. So maybe you would think he was going to get more game time at Scunthorpe. They're only 7 points behind Bromley at this moment in time. But Bobby Poynton will be going out on loan again for the remainder of this campaign. Kean Williams has departed the club on a permanent basis. He's joined Grimsby Town. We got £65,000 for him. Didn't really work out, to be honest with you. He got 5 goal contributions last season, 5 goal contributions this season. 10 goal contributions in 38 matches is not great, to be honest with you. We got a £65,000 fee for him. At 23 years of age, he was out of contract in the summer, but for me personally, just wasn't offering enough. We got a decent offering from Grimsby Town, so he's gone there on a permanent deal, and well, he struggled in his first 2 matches, and they're actually in the same league as us. We needed some central defenders coming in through the door, with obviously Matty Platt leaving the club on a permanent basis, who also went to Grimsby Town. Jamar Simpson-Poussey has come in on loan on a deal until the end of the season from Manchester City. We're only paying £300 a week towards his wages. He's 5th choice centre-half because he's not very good, to be honest with you. If we need someone though as an absolute last resort for £300 a week, I don't think this is the end of the world, to be honest with you. And our other loan signing is Jeriel Dorset. I hope I am pronouncing his name right. Left-footed centre-half, 2.5-star current ability, 4-star potential. He's coming on loan from Reading for the remainder of the campaign. We're paying £1,300 a week towards his wages. Again, we need another centre-half in. Left-footed as well, something we don't really have in this squad. Replaces Odesina. He has been starting all of our matches so far since he has come in. I say all of them. He's only played the 1 match, to be honest with you. And the final signing we have made is Colm Whelan. He has come in on a permanent basis over from Ireland. He's come in from UCD. We've paid a £350,000 compensation fee for him. So far in League 1, 3 goals, 1 assist, 1 player of the match in 2 appearances, averaging an 8.15 so far. This man is absolutely unbelievable. 3.5-star potential, 3.5-star current ability, but only 3.5-star potential. I know this man can certainly get a lot better than that. 23 years of age on a deal until 2026, what's like a 2.5-year deal. Do we have the option of a further year? We don't, but I'm still very happy to get this signing over the line. We had lots of transfer budget. We've spent it on a striker, and Colm Whelan, I'm sorry for pronouncing his name wrong, has come in through the door. Since you were last with us, then we had a 1-1 draw away at Cheltenham Town, a 2-0 win at home to Leyton Orient, a 1-0 defeat away at Grimsby Town, a 3-1 defeat at home to Bristol City, a 4-2 win away at Accrington Stanley, a 2-0 win at home to Wigan, a 2-1 defeat away to Millwall in the FA Cup 3rd round, and then after that we had a 5-2 win away at Bristol City. Very happy with that one, before most recently beating Portsmouth 3-1 at home. In today's episode then we have Peterborough United at home. They're currently top of the table. Then we will have the January transfer deadline day, and then we also have Bolton away, currently 5th in the table. So 2 big games for us. We are currently sat, I want to say we're 4th in the table. I don't really know specifically how I can actually check the table at this moment in time. If we just click on there, we go. We're currently 4th in the table. There's a 5-point gap between us and 7th, but we do have a game in hand on at 7th place. We're in a pretty comfortable position at this moment in time. 2 wins though in today's episode would certainly be very nice, but Peterborough have only lost 4 games all season, so it's going to be a very tough one. Let's get into this first game then against Peterborough. Here we have it then. Here's how we line up for today's match at home to Peterborough United. We've gone with a 3-5-2 formation. We've got Harry Lewis in goal, a back four of Fagan, Walcott, Lewis, Payne and Dorset. Duhaney and Vincent Young as the wing-backs, with Borthwick Jackson actually currently injured at this moment in time. He's going to be out for another 2 days with a cold. Patterson and Davies in the midfield. Jamie Walker in the 10. Tyler Walker and Colm Whelan leading the line for us. Naki Wells in his 14 goals this season find himself on the bench. He is our top scorer, but he's on the bench for today's game. It's going to be a very, very tough one. Peterborough are a very, very good side. I wonder who they're actually managed by at this moment in time. It is going to be a very tough one. They've got some very good players in their team. I wonder if players like Ronnie Edwards, Johnson Clark-Harris, are they still with Peterborough United? Again, I would like to apologise about the taskbar being at the bottom of the screen. I don't really know why it's there. Don't really know how to get rid of it. I've tried, but it just simply doesn't seem to go away as we await the teams to finish warming up. There we go. Finally, the teams have loaded. They are currently managed by Mark Hughes. I actually forgot about that. Yeah, I remember that. He's been asked many times by the media what his thoughts are on my spell at Bradford City, and he's always said no comment. Very, very good players in there. Jack Taylor, Ricky J. Jones, Kwame Poku, Harrison Burrows, Johnson Clark-Harris. Some very, very good players. Hector Cipriano on the bench, as well as Jack Marriott, Dan Butler, Ben Thompson. The list goes on. They've got a very, very good squad. It's going to be a very tough game. Mark Hughes, obviously, we want to get one over Bradford City with him, well, and not necessarily being sacked, but you know what I mean, he was no longer with the football club when I took over. Let's get underway for today's game at home to Peterborough. I have a feeling we're going to see some lag in today's game. I've no idea why, because my computer just doesn't seem to be functioning so far this morning. Really, really frustrating. I mean, you can actually see when I'm recording this. We are now underway though for today's game, and I'm actually going to struggle to encourage the players. That's not ideal. Duhaney with the ball on the right-hand side. Rare start for him, really, in today's game, with Vincent Young finding himself at left wing-back. Patterson now, ball into the box, looking for Whelan. Gets the header off. A comfortable save, though, in the end for Palmer. Good start from his ear inside the first 16 minutes or so. Working the keeper very nicely. As we are going to... I literally physically cannot encourage them, so I'm just going to be silent on the touchline in today's game. You can see, look, I'm sat down. I have nothing to say to them. Tomlinson running in behind down their left-hand side. Can we stop this cross? We can't. Ball comes into the box. Jones with a header at the back post, hits the crossbar. Good opportunity there for Peterborough. Very end-to-end game so far, but as of right now, still 0-0. There we go. I have now managed to get rid of the taskbar. I don't really know what this white line is at the bottom of the screen, but we can finally encourage the players who actually started pretty brightly so far in today's game. If you look at the statistics, we're beating them in every stat at this moment in time. They will grow into the game, though. They're going with a 4-2-3, and it pretty much does mean that both teams are going to be full pressing each other in this game. No real overloads to exploit. Fagan, Walcott and Patterson having good games as we approach half-time. It was a pretty electric start. Not a lot's really happened though for a long time now. Duhaney, please don't get sent off. Tomlinson picks up the ball here in the midfield for Peterborough. Ball over the top. It's a good ball in to Manu. Driving into the penalty area here. Fagan Walcott's the wrong side of him. He holds the ball up and goes all the way back to Tomlinson. First time ball in, looking for Clark-Harris. It's scrappy. It's in the penalty area, and a penalty has been awarded. I'm not really too sure what for, but a penalty has been awarded to Peterborough just before the half-time point. It is going to be Tomlinson to step up. The man who's recently joined Swindon Town on loan in real life slots the ball into the back of the net. His 9th goal of the season for a left back. That's very impressive. Not ideal. I don't think we've really played poorly, to be honest with you. It didn't really tell me what the penalty has been given for. We don't need to see a replay of the penalties. What's the taskbar doing? Get out of here. Half time, 1-0 Peterborough. I don't think we've played that badly, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm actually quite happy with the performance because we're playing quite well. Although we're losing, I personally do think we are playing quite well. We are going to give them some more encouragement. We're underway now for the second half. We could do with another goal. Or a goal. We've just over an hour on the clock. No highlights as of right now in this second half. We are now going to look to make some substitutions. Patterson is going to come off for Teddy Jenks. Watts is going to come on for Stephen Davies. Jamie Walker is going to come off as well. We're going to play... I was going to put Graham in the 10, but I don't really think Graham can play as a number 10, can he? Naki Wells, he's going to come on then instead of Tyler Walker. And we're also, for now, going to bring Odesina on as well for Dorset, who's looking a little bit tired and also not playing too well on a 6.5. Final change of the game, Folds is going to come on for the Bucks to do Haney, and we're going to put him over at left wing back. Vincent Young going to go over on the right-hand side. 5 changes made. Let's hope they can have some sort of an impact on today's game. Thompson picks up the ball here in the midfield. He goes inside to Yengi. Bit of time to turn. Thompson now looking over the top for Taylor. Payne cuts that one out though. Bit of a heavy touch though. What is he doing? Clark Harris in behind. That looks to me like it's going to go in the back of the net. Potentially offside. I don't really know what's going on with the camera there. This lag is absolutely abysmal. Surely he was offside there. He looked offside to me. Yeah, there we go. The linesman's got his flag up. The goal won't count. He is offside. He certainly did look offside, thankfully, because it's shocking from Payne. Thankfully, Fagan Walcott has just about stepped up high enough in time. And 70 minutes on the clock. Still 1-0 to Peterborough, but we're not really creating all too much as of right now. I'm going to stick it on to attacking as Fagan Walcott has just tripped up Vincent Young. What on earth is he doing there? Watts now picks up the ball in the midfield and finds Lewis Payne. Bit of time for him here with his gloves on. Goes into Jenks. He finds Naki Wells. Turns away from his man. Vincent Young now. Bit of space. He goes back into Fagan Walcott. Across here into Payne. He goes all the way over to Odesina. Man on off the bench trying to work his way potentially back into this side. Matty Folds now. Odesina. What can we do with the ball here? Building nicely. Folds over the top looking for Naki Wells. Is this his chance? Yes, it is. On off the bench. It's a 15th goal of the season for Naki Wells. And it's a well-deserved goal in the end. We've not really created too much in this second half. But it's brilliant build-up play. Matty Folds on off the bench with a brilliant ball over the top that simply did not stay with Naki Wells. First time finish past the keeper. And it's Bradford City 1. Peterborough United 1. 74 minutes on the clock. We are now level with the league leaders. But I'm more than confident we can go on and get a winner in today's game. I think it would be deserved, to be honest with you. Free kick for us here at the end of today's game. Walker with a deep ball in. Payne heads it back across. Odesina with a great chance. He's maybe 2 yards out. And somehow he's headed it over the bar. He's actually jumped really high there. I've never seen Odesina jump so high. If only he could do that in the defensive box, he'd be a much better centre-half. He'd probably be starting week in, week out. Vincent Young down the line looking for Naki Wells. Driving forwards. Tackle comes in there. Looks like a good tackle in the end though from Knight. Wells holds it up once more. Vincent Young, loads of time here. Beats his man. Ball into the box. It's a good ball towards the back post. Whelan brings it down. What can he do with the ball? He finds Watts. Shoots from distance. Just wide of the target. 3 minutes of added time. It looks like it is going to be ending in a draw in today's game. By the second half statistics, a draw is probably a fair result. I'll take a draw against top of the table. Mark Hughes doesn't get one over Bradford City as well. Matty Folds, very impressive on off the bench. Naki Wells as well, coming up with another goal. 15 for the season now for our highest paid player. It's what you really would expect, to be honest with you. I'm going to tell them that they've done brilliantly to come back and salvage a draw. Very happy with that one. Now we've got transfer deadline day. I don't really think too much will happen. We might not make any more signings unless players go out the door. I don't actually know how close we are to financial fair play either, and we don't really want to be going over that again. So I think if we do go over it again, that's when a point deduction comes, so we definitely don't want that. Let's get into transfer deadline day. So not really too much has happened in the transfer window, but confirmation here, Matty Folds will be leaving the club in the summer. He'll be going over to Monterosi, who are a team in Italian Serie C/B. I don't really understand how you can be in both leagues, to be honest with you. So Matty Folds, he's been a great servant to the club. He's been very decent for us so far this season. Did well last season for us, was a key part of our promotion success. This season has found himself as probably third choice left wing back and even probably fourth or fifth choice left sided centre half. So he's been a good utility man for this season, but I think in the summer is probably about the right time when he does deserve to move on. We've also got some confirmation here. Jake Forster-Cascade will be leaving the football club. £85,000 fee was just simply too much to turn down, to be honest with you. 29 years of age, out of contract in the summer. Hasn't really played all too much so far this season. 13 games, just 1 goal and 1 assist, averaging a 6.92. Just hasn't really worked out. It does now mean we've got 3 hours to get in another central midfielder. It gets £1,200 a week off the wage bill, so we've got about £2,000 a week now to try and find another central midfield option, unless we plan on playing Caleb Watts there for the long term. I'm not really too sure. We are going to accept this though. Jake Forster-Cascade will be leaving the football club. It's, yeah, like I said, not really one that worked out. I'm sorry to see you go, but we need to sell you before your contract expires. It's a shame I have to leave. I've had a good time here. Well, it looks like I'll be leaving in that case. I just think that we didn't really need him. He came in and we knew that he was going to be a backup option. To get £85,000 in for him, I think that's a very good piece of business. Now let's see if we can make any signings. Obviously, with Jake Forster-Cascade's departure from the football club, it does mean we did need a central midfielder in until the end of the season. Adam Randell is going to be coming in on loan from Plymouth Argyle. 23 years of age. I know absolutely nothing about him, but we're only having to pay less than £500 a week towards his wages. He's going to be fourth, if not fifth choice central midfielder. We needed someone in through the door. At this moment in time, we let Forster-Cascade go because we needed some money. actually prove to be beneficial for the club. Yeah, we actually made an offer for George Saville because, well, I actually know who he is in real life and all that sort of stuff. Not personally, I don't mean like that, but I know of him basically, and he's obviously quite good, done well at Middlesbrough and Millwall, but he's been released from his contract. We did offer him a contract. This is what we offered him: £1,600 a week, a £40,000 signing on fee. We are now going to walk away from this offer. No, we want to reject that offer now. So we're going to get Adam Randell in on a deal until the end of the season, only in on loan. We'll advance forward. That might be the end of deadline day, or maybe there might be another 30 minutes to go. That is the end of deadline day. 3-star current ability. I think we've done very well with that one. Obviously, he's only on a deal until the end of the season, but he's much younger than Forster Kasky. I'm not too sure when he's actually out of a contract, though, with Plymouth. We'll give him a squad number. We are going to give him squad number 4 until the end of the season. I think that's a good option to have as a defensive midfielder. We'll get Harry Lewis to welcome him to the squad as well. Adam Randell's contract with Plymouth does expire at the end of next season, but for me personally, I think he looks quite good for 23 years of age. A lot less money than what Forster Kasky is on as well. I think overall, we've made some really good business there, and he's a very, very fit player. 17 natural fitness. That's the exact opposite to Forster Kasky. He's either-footed as well. Brilliant to see. Another option in through the door, but it is another loan though. In total now, we've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 loans, so one will have to miss out each week. It'll probably be Randell, Kelman, probably be Simpson, Puzet, or Kelman who miss out. I'm not really too sure specifically. Let's get into the second game though of today's episode, away at Bolton Wanderers, I want to say. Here we have it then. Here's how we line up for today's match away to Bolton Wanderers. We've got Harry Lewis in goal, a back three of Fagan Walcott, Lewis Payne and Dorset, Vincent Young and Borthwick Jackson as the wing-backs. Randell comes in for his first start for the football club, and he's partnered by Davies in the midfield. Caleb Watt starts in at number 10 role with Naki Wells and Colm Whelan leading the line. On the bench then we've got Tally, Duhaney, Odesina, Jenks, Patterson, Walker and Walker. Going to be another very, very tough game. I think they actually might have just gone above us recently, so certainly a match we do need to be winning. And obviously there is plenty of history between the two football clubs over the last couple of seasons. They're doing very well though in real life under Ian Evatt. I wonder if he's actually still the Bolton Wanderers manager on this save. They've got some very, very good players in there. Ian Evatt is still the Bolton manager. Jack Iredale, Cole De Silva, a man who we tried to sign in the summer as well. Raksaki, Afolayan, Charles, some very, very good players at this level. Their bench isn't the strongest, to be honest with you. We are going to tell the boys that we've got nothing to lose here. We're more than capable of picking up the 3 points. So we've just drawn against top of the league. I think we beat Charlton at some point this season when they were top of the league. We're a very, very good side on our day. It just depends if we are going to show up in today's game. They're going with a 4-3-3 defensive formation at home as well. They clearly fear what we have got here at Bradford City. So fingers crossed, we've got more than enough to pick up another 3 points. We are actually ahead of them at this moment in time with a game in hand. 2 points ahead with a game in hand. So a draw here wouldn't be the end of the world, to be honest with you. We're underway for the first half, but first 10 minutes, not starting well. Well, no highlights to report on so far in the first half, and just as I say that, the commentator's curse, but this time it's a positive commentator's curse. Randell finds Vincent Young, who's really far forward here. Colm Whelan now picks up the ball, driving at the Bolton defence into the penalty area, to the byline, shoots, it's saved by the keeper. Eventually, it is scrambled clear. They are the type of chances Colm Whelan loves, really, creating something out of nothing as they boot a ball forward here. Payne is underneath that one. Afolayan, Payne is there once again, and now Randell finds Davies, very calm, composed head. Dorset now on the ball. He goes into Borthwick Jackson. I'm really, really sorry about the lag. I'll get it fixed for next episode. I don't really know why. Every now and again, my computer just starts to decide that it wants to lag while we're trying to play Football Manager. It's really frustrating. Vincent Young now finds Watts. He goes into Naki Wells, in behind the defence, into the penalty area, shoots from distance. Now, if the keeper saved that, or it's gone over the bar. In the end, we do have a corner kick, so the keeper must have saved it. Good play there from Naki Wells, and Davies will be the man to put this ball into the box. Here we go. Ball into the box. It's a good ball in. Cleared away, though, by Williams, only as far as Dorset, and that is the end of the highlight. We've certainly grown into the half. Shaky first 10 minutes. Apart from that, we have absolutely battered them so far. 0-0 at the break. I'm far from pleased, though, with what I have seen from this team. Let's get underway, though, for the second half. Give them some encouragement, and hopefully we can find the breakthrough, as Randell's actually having a very, very good debut. That's what I like to see. We've just over an hour played on the clock. I am now going to look to make some substitutions. Dorset is injured and on a yellow card, so he's going to come off for Timmy Odesina. That is a pretty easy change to make. Vincent Young also looking tired and on a yellow card, so Duhaney is going to come on for him. Stephen Davies is going to come off for Alex Patterson. We're going to get Colm Whelan off as well for Tyler Walker, who's not having his greatest game. Then we're going to drop Watts back into midfield, swap them two over, get Randell off for Jamie Walker, who, to be fair, Randell has had a very, very impressive debut, so he'll probably be starting more often than not if he keeps performing like that. Confirm them changes. Just under half an hour to go, plus stoppage time for the boys to try and find a breakthrough. as Payne picks up the ball here in the defensive role. He goes into Fagan Walcott. Watts now picks it up, finds Patterson on off the bench. Watts goes into Odesina, out wide into Borthwick Jackson, inside to Jamie Walker. Good build-up play this from us here. Walker now driving forward, looking for the room for the shot, and eventually it's found its way into the back of the net. Terrible goalkeeping from Bolton's number 13, and Jamie Walker finds the back of the net on off the bench. It's not taking him long to get his 8th goal of the season. Borthwick Jackson finds Jamie Walker, and he just runs and runs at the Bolton defence. They can't get a tackle in. Walker keeps on going. It is really poor goalkeeping from, I want to say it's Hine, I'm not really too sure, in at the Bolton goal, but it's Bolton Wanderers 0, Bradford City 1. Exactly the sort of impact I am looking for from my substitutes on off the bench. They've still not had a shot since like the 10th minute. They are absolutely terrible in today's game. We're still in 4th. We're now 6 points behind 2nd with a game in hand. There's a big gap of 6 points now between us and 7th, and we've got the game in hand. This game looks like it is going to be ending in 3 points, but the game is far from done yet with 5 minutes added on at the end of today's match. No more highlights will go down a treat. There is the full-time whistle. Bolton Wanderers 0, Bradford City 1. A massive 3 points for us in today's game. Nobody gave us a chance, but you proved the doubt was wrong. Big 3 points. Brilliant for Jamie Walker to come on off the bench. That's 2 games in a row now where the substitutes have come on off the bench, saved the day, 4th in the table. It looks brilliant. We're now going to make a lot of progress, get through until maybe, I don't know, maybe mid-March sort of time, get another 8 to 10 games under our belt. Dorset's going to be out for 3 days. That is not the end of the world whatsoever, and that is a beautiful episode. I'm very happy what's happened in today's episode. Drawing against top of the league, we made some positive transfer business as well. We've now beaten a playoff rival away from home. Now we've got to go on and make a very good run of it. But anyway, that is where I'm going to leave it for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could, try and hit 20 likes. As I said at the start of today's episode, that would be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 600 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already, with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Don't forget as well to drop a comment in down in the comment section down below. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Have a great rest of your day, and I shall see you all probably tomorrow for another episode. Peace.